Alright. Hey, that's the first time I was actually able to cancel that fucking theme song, like, right on track, you know? Welcome to Blue Pill Podcast. This is Xavier, your host. It is August 25th, 2026. So, I'm off today. I got up early, 6:40. Trying to get my sleep schedule back. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't podcasted in like 5 or 6 days. If any of you guys are new listeners, you know I suffer from MDD. I went through like a 2-day slump. I know what it was kind of triggered by, and this isn't me complaining, but work has slowed down a little bit last week and a little bit this week. That freaks me out as somebody who has been a rich man and lost it all multiple times. It's a paranoia that I live with, you know. So today, yesterday I just pulled myself out of that 2-day slump. I'm like, fuck it, go to work, come home, you know, enjoy life, live. I did some dishes, played some video games. I'm back into my gaming. Still playing The Frog for Whom the Bell Tolls. And Zelda Link's Awakening, the original, black and white. I will be reviewing those. I'm getting close to beating both of them, honestly. But yeah, just been keeping myself busy so that way I don't fall into a slump. Which I do feel good today, you know. And yesterday I did end up feeling good, like halfway through the day once my L-theanine and ashwagandha kicked in and stuff, and CBD, because I'm not on my schizo meds like I'm supposed to be. But, you know, I can't afford a $50 pill every day. I'm not fucking rich. But yeah, just got up, mowed the front and backyard, did some dishes, cooked some early dinner, honestly, because I just wanted to get it done, and have the leftovers in the fridge for when we get hungry later. I fixed some fried pork chops, baked beans. Yeah, that's about it. Just been running around. Went up to the store, got some tobacco and tubes. Yeah, just been a busy day. Been playing video games in between, taking a break. So, let's get on with the show. We're going to have a little bit of inside baseball.
Take me out to the ball game, sung by Edward Meeker, Edison Record. K.G. Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad. Just to root for the hometown through every Sioux. Casey Blue. On a Saturday, her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show. But Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Alright. So, I had a message the other day. Let's see. Okay, this is crazy. I was going to give this person a shout out and show you guys the response to comments. And I clicked on all 3 videos in this playlist of The Frog for Whom the Bell Tolls. What the actual fuck? But I had like a comment and I responded like 2 or 3 different comments to this person. Never mind on that. YouTube being retarded as usual. So, I'd been saying I need to make some Blue Pill podcast stickers. I finally, last night, put one together. I had this idea in my head. So I'll show you a picture of it. I went ahead and designed it and I got it ordered. That's what it's going to look like. I think it's going to look pretty cool, pretty sick. Be a good bumper sticker. I know I'm going to put one on my car. This person said they were going to donate, so I'm like, hey dude, if he's going to donate, I need to get on this and actually design this sticker, because I kept procrastinating it, and if someone's going to give me money, they're going to get something in return. So I'm going to give this person a Blue Pill podcast sticker, a Conspiracy Corner bookmark. I'll sign it and stuff, the bookmark, the back of it. Yeah, so those will be in November 9th. Let me make sure my credit card info is not on here. Yeah, so I got, they're $1 each. I spent $10. I got, what was it, 10 of them? Yeah, $10, $1 each. I spent shipping and handling about $15, so I got those coming in November 9th. Here's an image of the Conspiracy Corner bookmark, because it always comes up blurry. That's the image that I've been trying to show people. Like, it's a badass looking bookmark. If people don't know, my spirit animal is a rabbit. These were the original Conspiracy Corner stickers. We're out of those. Next time I do make Conspiracy Corner podcast stickers, I'm obviously going to do a new image. But I may do like a vote on Spotify and YouTube through comment section. On Spotify, you can actually do polls. On YouTube, well, I could do a poll through a post. Yeah, I could do that. But yeah, I'll either ask, like, do you guys want the original Conspiracy Corner, the first run, the first editions? It'll obviously be a second edition, but or do you guys want a brand new sticker? Because a lot of you who have donated have already received the first one. So I know the answer, honestly. It'll probably be, no, give us a new sticker, which I don't blame you. But some people do like that design, the magic mushroom, psychedelic, But yeah, so look forward to a little sneak peek of the Blue Pill podcast stickers. I put that together last night. They're already ordered. It will be here September 9th. So if you donate before then, you're just going to get the Conspiracy Corner podcast bookmark. And by the way, if you donate, it's through the link below, Buy Me a Coffee. It helps the channel. And honestly, I put in more money than I'll ever get back from this channel. I just do it for fun. But I wanted to give you guys something in return, Plus, it's good advertisement. If you put it on a car or a coffee mug, it helps advertise my podcast, So buy me a coffee. It's in the link below. I'll send you a signed bookmark. But after September 9th, I will have those stickers in. So if I'm talking to that dude who said he was going to donate for the sticker, wait till after September 9th. Which you can always message me through Buy Me a Coffee. I'll send you out the sticker and the bookmark. That way you get both. But yeah, I got some new merch, coming in. And like I said, I just wanted to give people, I didn't want to sit here, because there's a lot of people with Buy Me a Coffee accounts, and it's like, okay, I'm not trying to judge. That's cool. Everyone deserves a tip. I look at podcast as kind of like bartending or something. Like, this is a free service for you. Actually, it's better than bartending because you're not even paying for it. This is free. All my content is free on Spotify, YouTube, and Rumble. I've never asked a penny, but you can always give me a tip. That's the way I look at it. And if you give me a tip, you're gonna get a free bookmark and a sticker. Ta-da! Alright, so let's get on with the rest of the show. Ooh, that's a good idea. I have a whole segment where I do movie reviews. I call it Conspiracy Cinema. And currently, here lately, when I do have like a full week of work and get paid around $500, on Tuesdays they have half price tickets and free popcorn at the movies. And I've been trying to catch a show as long as there's a movie that I want to see, because half price, free popcorn, like fuck yeah, dude. So every Tuesday here lately, I've been catching a show. Last Tuesday, before work slowed down, today's Tuesday, I'm not going to go today because I need to save my money. Even though it's half price, even though it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I need to save money because work slowed down. I'm not going to go to the movies tonight. But last Tuesday, I did go and see a movie, which is why it's a Blue Pill Podcast episode. I've been doing movie reviews. By the way, if you want to check out my other movie reviews, like I said, on YouTube, I have a playlist, Conspiracy Cinema. I've been seeing, like, pretty much all of the newest movies the past month or two here lately. Every Tuesday that I can make it, you know. So, last Tuesday, I seen this. The End of Oak Street. I got a little article here. I need to go through, honestly, dude. I've got like 6 newspapers here. I get newspapers for free, which is fucking awesome, through my wife. Because they just end up throwing them away. So she's been bringing them home to me because there's actually quite a bit of conspiracy stuff in there. I have 6 newspapers that I'm behind on podcasting about. I usually save them for days whenever Sammy's using the bedroom and I have nowhere to podcast. I'll go to the car and podcast on a newspaper. Because usually I'll just pull up what I'm talking about on the computer, you know. But I also like to be alone when I'm podcasting, unless she's podcasting with me. Otherwise, it feels like a warden just watching. I don't know. It's one of my weird things. But I have like 6 newspapers. So, like, honestly, I'm just going to start podcasting using newspapers with commentary and stuff. For the next several episodes, instead of using the computer, because I need to, honestly, there's several stuff that is like current news that is conspiracy related that I need to talk about, and yeah, I want to talk about it while it's fresh on my mind, while it's hot on the press, literally, you know. So let's get on with this review. I'm gonna read this article, but I'm gonna commentary on my thoughts of the movie, The End of Oak Street, and let me know what you guys think. If you've seen it, let me know, and if you agree. So, The End of Oak Street brings dino terror to the streets of Detroit. This movie kind of hit home a little bit because I used to stay at my Aunt Reva and Rashonda, and Uncle Larry and all them, my Nana. They lived in Detroit, and I used to stay every summer in Detroit. My Uncle Bobby and Aunt Bobby. Uncle Bob and Aunt Bobby. Yes, I know that sounds weird. Bob married a Bobby, but they live in Detroit. So, like, I used to stay in every summer up in Detroit. So, I've lived in Detroit. As many summers as I've stayed, I would say I've lived there for at least half a year. You know? Year, tops. Plus visiting up there and just, I know Detroit, man. So this movie kind of hit home where it was based in Detroit, definitely. It's basically kind of like a Jurassic Park movie, obviously. Dinosaurs in modern times. So let's see what people's thoughts were on it, and I'll commentary throughout. So, Detroit. Dinosaurs invade Metro Detroit in The End of Oak Street, the new sci-fi action film with writer, director, and Clawson native. Clawson, I guess that's a neighborhood in Detroit, so of course the director and writer would base it in his hometown. Let's look that up real quick. Clawson, let's see if that's in Detroit. Sometimes I sit here and ask the audience, like, hit me up in the comments if you know, and it's like, dude, you got a computer right in front of you, like. Okay, so Clawson is not a section or neighborhood in Detroit. It's actually its own town. It's Clawson, Michigan, known as the Little City with a Big Heart. It's a compact, highly walkable residential suburb located in Oakland County, 19 miles north of downtown Detroit. Okay, so it's not a part of Detroit. It's a suburb. Suburb little town. Which, honestly, if you can tell by the image, it's based in the suburbs. I believe it's the 1970s or 80s. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a 90s kid, so when I was watching the movie, I was like, is this an 80s movie or a 70s movie? Or late 70s, early 80s, you know? Either way, I like the timeline that they picked, you know, because to me it felt like an independent film version of Jurassic Park. I actually liked it better than Jurassic Park. Sorry, you know. Sorry for you Spielberg heads out there and Jurassic Park fans, but I actually thought this was better than Jurassic Park. It's an independent film, so for one, it's more fucking brutal. There was like a lot of brutal shit in this movie. There was a lot of comedy in this movie, which you don't really get that much comedy in Jurassic Park. I just prefer independent films over mainstream pedophile Hollywood, and I don't really like Spielberg as a person. By the way, the most recent movie that I watched and reviewed when I went up to the movie tavern, Marcus Theaters up the road on Brennan Crossing, shout outs to them. That's where I've been seeing these movies. Hell, if you live locally, you might find me on a Tuesday up there, you know, sitting at the bar waiting on the movie to start or something, or we might even be in the same theater. Just say hello, you know. As long as you don't act like a crazy stalker, I'm not gonna care. But Tuesdays is when I go. But I reviewed Disclosure Day, so check that out. I'll link it down below in Spotify as a related episode. If you're on YouTube, you can find it on Conspiracy Cinema playlist. So Mitchell set the movie in Flowervale, a fictional suburb in Metro Detroit. So that's cool. I didn't know that. So yeah, if you're watching the movie, it's in Detroit, but that actual suburb is not a real suburb. And while Michigan or Detroit is never mentioned explicitly in the film, there are signs and cues to suburban Detroit all over the film. When we were in Detroit, I'm sure way back in the day, it was a beautiful suburb, but where we were staying, it was sketchy, man. Like, as a white kid, we pretty much, we were not allowed to go outside. We had to stay inside and play video games because we were white. There's a thing called Devil's Night, where they told us stories where there was literally a couch burning in the street right in front of their house. I remember having breakfast one morning and my Nana was cooking chicken and waffles. Dude, and this psycho chick was cutting waffles with a pair of scissors. I love my Nana, but we're like, me, Reva, and Rashonda, they're mixed, by the way, obviously, if you couldn't tell by their names. We're watching my Nana cut waffles with scissors, and we're just laughing our ass off going, Nana, what are you doing? Use a knife. And she's like, scissors work better, you know? My Nana's a trip, man. She's like super Irish, red hair, super pale skin. And yeah, she's like angry Irish Nana. She's a sweetheart, but she'll snap on you, and she does not have a filter, man. You guys think I don't have a filter? You need to meet my Nana. But yeah, so like the neighborhood we stayed in was not a suburb, not a nice suburb. This is actually based in a nice suburb, a fictional one. And it's early Detroit, before Detroit became the armpit of the United States, you know. They include an early reference in the movie to Michigan Bell, a Detroit Tigers Texas Rangers game on a radio, with a name check to former Tigers catcher Lance Parrish, a Faygo bottle. Oh, I didn't know Faygo was from Detroit. Whoop, whoop. Where's all my ICP juggalos out there? Whoop, whoop. a copy of a Detroit newspaper that looks an awful like the Detroit Free Press, a Tigers cup placed on a dresser, a Detroit Red Wings sticker on a bedroom wall, and a black Michigan license plate. So, as someone, like I said, who was tops stayed like half a year in Detroit my whole life, and by the way, I'm rounding up, I'm not going to sit here and do the math. I wouldn't have caught any of these references because I'm not from Detroit. I'm a Florida cracker. I lived half my life in Florida on West Coast. I'm a golf side kid, a beach bum, punk, skater, 90s kid. And then I lived half my life here in Kentucky. So, yes, I've lived in Detroit for a wee bit, but like, I was a little kid, man. I wouldn't have caught any of these references. So that's kind of cool. If you're someone from Detroit, man, let me know if you caught any of the references, and that's kind of neat. Like, hit me up on those things I just listed. Like, I didn't know Faygo. That's a cool one. Wonder if they have like a Faygo factory you can go visit or something. But let me know if you noticed any of those. Let me know if you noticed any of those like Easter eggs or anything. Michelle, 51, has made 4 movies. Mitchell, sorry. And he's set 3 of them in the 2010s, The Myth of American Sleepover, 2014's It Follows, and now The End of Oak Street in Metro Detroit. Only 2018's Under the Silver Lake, a Los Angeles set mystery starring Andrew Garfield, takes place outside the director's native turf. So it sounds like he's put his like stomping ground in at least 2 of his movies, which is cool. I feel like I would probably do the same thing. I have a strong personal connection to the area, and I often write stories that take place there, Mitchell told the Detroit News in 2015. When talking about It Follows, I'm aware there's a sense of it's in the American suburb, so apparently he likes the American suburb as far as a setting, and that's how it's seen, but for me, growing up there, it is specifically Metro Detroit. Mitchell grew up loving movies and was writing scripts and studying Hitchcock by junior high. In 1985, he attended the local premiere of the independent film Stryker's War, which was titled Thou Shalt Not Kill Except, on which his uncle had worked, and it signified to him that movies were a viable career path. He attended Wayne's... by the way, when I say this is an independent film, it actually says right here, I thought it was an independent film, but at the same time, I was like, maybe not, because it does have... You'll have to forgive me. I'm pretty sure his name is Ewan McGregor. I don't know. It was the dude who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in The Phantom Menace. But I always confuse his name with the guy who played Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. I'm thinking it's Ewan McGregor, but I'm probably fucking wrong. I know they're both Irish, The sexy one, not the old gay one. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love the guy who played Gandalf. He's hilarious. He's cool. And the reason I say he's hilarious, he played in like this gay sitcom that I was watching. It's all free on YouTube. I can't remember the name of it, but it was really good. That was back when gay people had a sense of humor and could make fun of themselves. Can't do that now in 2026. Everyone's so stuck up. So yeah, when I did see him in it, I can't recall who the mom was, but I do think that she was a famous actor. The kids weren't. Those were the first time I'd ever seen those kids or any of the side characters, but pretty sure the mom and Ewan was the dad, were like famous actors. So I was like, maybe this isn't an independent film, but I was like, maybe Ewan McGregor's just kind of doing this because he likes the script, not so much for the money, but for the passion, So I was wrong about that. It's not an independent film. It's a Warner Brothers, but So let's see. He attended Wayne State University after high school and then moved to Los Angeles, where he became a film director. After shooting quote unquote Myth for $30,000, he shot It Follows in Metro Detroit, filming at Clark's Ice Cream and Yogurt in Berkeley and Clawson Parks, where he hung out when he was growing up. The End of Oak Street stars Anne Hathaway. Yeah, it was Anne Hathaway. Shakespeare's wife. Dun dun dun. Conspiracy. Illuminati confirmed. We'll have to do a whole episode on that. That is a weird conspiracy one. Yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. Maybe one day we'll do an episode on it. Stars, yeah, I was right. Ewan McGregor as the parents of two children, Maisie and Stella. Maisie, Stella, and Christian Convery. Stella is my daughter's name. Play the kids who find the world rocked due to a mysterious cosmic event. This cosmic event is, in my opinion, like a portal. It kind of hints that maybe the portal was opened by like a UFO, because there's this weird sky phenomena. It's weird. It reminded me a lot of The Simpsons when they're stuck under that dome. It's kind of the same concept. They're stuck under a dome, but it's like prehistoric times of dinosaurs and all that shit. And by the way, I have another podcast, obviously, Conspiracy Corner podcast. But if you're a conspiracy theorist and you don't believe in dinosaurs, but you believe in dragons, like me, it doesn't ruin the movie. Just don't look at them as dinosaurs. Just pretend they're fucking dragons. I think people argue semantics and etymology sometimes where it really doesn't need to be argued. I believe in dragons. So I do believe in dinosaurs. I just believe those dinosaur bones are dragon bones. And I believe that instead of millions of years ago, they were probably a lot closer to our time period of living amongst us. Well, speak of conspiracy, they might be kind of hinting at that. Maybe some lesser magic predictive programming revelation of the method of like, hey, these dinosaurs are living amongst humans. You see what we're saying? You know, would it surprise me if the elites were using symbolism? No. Symbolism will be their downfall, you know. Due to a mysterious cosmic event, their suburb is suddenly thrust into a world of dinosaurs. The Platt family is forced to fend for their lives as angry dinos attack them and their neighbors, and they try to find their way to safety. The film is set in 1982. Okay, so I was right. Early 80s. Because that's why I was like, dude, this feels like a 70s movie, but it also feels like an 80s movie. It was because it was 82. Early 80s, you know. What a time to live in, dude. That would have been dope. And London and Atlanta stood in for Metro Detroit, so they filmed in London and Atlanta. Interesting. In the credits, Mitchell dedicates his film to his father, Robert Allen Mitchell, who died in 2024. The End of Oak Street opens in theaters this week, which this article is a wee bit old. It's already in theaters, and it should still be in theaters. Go see it, man. Honestly, I give the movie like an 8 out of 10. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. It wasn't just like a eh. It was honestly like a decent movie. It's a good movie. Would I go to pay the full price of a full amount movie ticket and popcorn and a drink to go see it? No. Do not do that. But if you got a local theater like me that has like half price nights, free popcorn nights, like a night that you can go see a cheap movie, get out of the house and actually go and enjoy the theater, yeah, spend the money. I mean, half price tickets, it was like maybe like $10 or something like me. Free popcorn. I could have snuck in drinks. I had like, I think like 2 draft beers, which were like $4 a piece because they were happy hour. They were cheap on sale. But yeah, if you got a couple bucks in your pocket, get out of the house, man. You know, don't get stuck in the house. Like, go out and enjoy the theater, dude. It it was a good movie. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all have a good day. And I'm off today, so I may or may not podcast more today. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. I might do something like go to the park or something. Who knows? But that's where I've been lately. Hope you enjoyed the new stickers. That's something to look forward to if you're a donator. And by the way, if you're someone who has donated multiple times, I'm just going to automatically send you one. I have like 2 or 3 people on my list right now who I'm just automatically going to send them one. I only got 10 coming in, so they will go quick. So September 9th, when they come in, if you want one, you need to donate, because I'm going to move on to a new sticker of something, or a new card, or something to send you. That's about it. Y'all have a good day.